And society has compressed them into this place where they have to lose 40 to 50 pounds in order to be healthy, in order to look appealing, in order to look good. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know what time zone you're in, but this is a time zone of redefining, transformation, and becoming. Hello, my name is Ariana Ray, and if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And for those who decided to return back, thank you so much for returning. The point of this video is to express the journey of finally accepting that I'm never going to weigh less than 200 pounds. And I hope and pray that whoever is on the other side of this video watching and can relate to anything that I say, that this causes them to see themselves differently in the light that God has always wanted us to see ourselves in. I hope that this sets someone free and boosts someone's confidence, because I know that going through this journey, I found myself doubting and hating myself because of the way I was divinely created, and that caused me not to show up freely in other areas of my life. If you are not ashamed and you weigh over 200 pounds or at 200 pounds, I want you to drop in the comments 200 plus pounds. And even if you don't necessarily weigh over 200 pounds, but you've been known as being overweight, being obese, being the bigger woman, I want you to drop that down in the comments below, because this video is for you. And even if you struggle with accepting your body as it is, this video is also for you. So I'm going to give you a little background information about my weight. I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. So in the third grade, I weighed about 150 pounds. I remember this very clearly because I went to the doctors and they were just like, no way does this girl weigh this much. And they were trying to put me on a diet in third grade. And at that time, I really did think that there was something wrong with myself. And so in elementary school, imagine a third grader teaching herself not to eat. I jumped up to 160, 170 towards the end of the fifth grade, and then walking into the sixth grade, I think I started at about 180 and started throughout middle school working my way to the 200s. And then from high school to college, I weighed between 191 and 228 pounds. If you can relate to what I'm already saying, please let me know in the comment section. If not, keep listening. 21, I was working for Amazon as an Amazon driver. And during that time, I was getting about 15,000 to 20,000 steps from deliveries. And I got this bright idea. Ari, you can lose weight by not eating as much and getting high activity in on your job. Boom. I am at work driving and I feel this sharp pain in my appendix, and I call my manager and I'm just like, please take me off the road, send me a rescue, take all of my packages because I'm done for the day. After I talk, my manager's just like, relax, we'll see what we can do. While they're waiting to see what they can do, I call my mom and I'm like, Mommy, I need you to pray for me because I'm feeling like this sharp pain and it won't go away, and I've been praying and praying and praying. And she asked me, while you were praying, did you stop to hear what God had to say? How many of us actually stop to hear what God has to say by not leaning to our own understanding, but actually acknowledging him and then waiting? It's okay, I still struggle with it too. And so after that, I stopped, wanted to hear what God had to say. And God says, get you some chocolate covered peanuts. I promise you, I'm not delusional. I did not make this up. I heard the voice of God say, get you some chocolate covered peanuts. I went and I got the chocolate covered peanuts and I ate them. immediately, I kid you not, that sharp pain went away. And I sat quietly in the van, and the Holy Spirit kept talking to me, and the Holy Spirit said to me, I did not make you to be small, and you need to let go of it. I made you to be strong. I made you to be big. I made you to have a greater appetite, because that is how I divinely shaped you, and it was for a purpose. Now, at that time, I did not know the purpose, nor did I understand the purpose. But let me tell you, God is so faithful, and he knows us so much. That's why I love reading Psalms 139 over and over again, because it reminds us that God knows us to the point where he understands us better than we understand ourselves. So God knew that when he gave me that revelation, that it had not yet really clicked. And how many times, drop it down in the comments, if God has had to tell you something maybe twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 4, because he's merciful and he's faithful. And so I got this fire desire to do this bodybuilding competition. And I remember I had so much cardio, I was barely eating. I remember doing like 40 minutes of fasted cardio on the Stairmaster. I just remember probably eating around 12 to 1300 calories, and then peak week, it was like under 1000. And doing that excessive cardio and barely eating, I dropped weight like this. I've never seen myself that small. And my mom and my sister were excited for my competition, but I do remember them being a little bit cautious, like, should you be eating a little bit more? Ariana, why are you always tired? Like, I was that very lean, lost so much weight, but I was always tired, always anxious, always angry, always weary. Physically, I did not look well. I even remember like a guy I used to talk to was like, Ari, you don't look like yourself. And when I looked in the mirror, like, I could still see full-figured Ari, so I didn't realize how small I got till I look back at the videos now. I had lost my cycle. My body was so stressed. I had went to the doctors because I'm like, is it normal to like lose your cycle for over 7 months? They're like, no. Body temperature kept dropping like really, really, really low. Like I would like be freezing cold, and I would wear like layers and layers of cold clothing because I was cold even in the inside of a heated building. And then on top of that, I went to the eye doctor because they had to put steroids in my eye because I kept like getting huge thighs. And I'm telling him like, I take care of myself, I drink a lot of water, I wash my face, I wear my hair back like when I work out, and I wear like, make sure like no sweat and oil gets in my eyes. He told me that thighs don't just come from oil and dirt, but that they can come from stress on the body. So that's how stressed my body was. And because it wasn't made to be that size, I wasn't made to be under 200 pounds. And funny enough, the reason why I know I wasn't made to be 200 pounds is because, not just because of what God said, but because I didn't get my cycle back until I got back to 200 pounds. And so during that time, I thought I had an eating disorder because it felt like there was like this never ending bottomless pit of hunger in my stomach, and I would eat and eat and eat. I asked God like to take away the binge, take it away, and he said surrender. And to this day, I'm glad I trusted him, because I did not know that God was trying to bring me back to the place in which he created me to be. I was made to be big. I was made to be over 200 pounds. That's how I was divinely shaped. If any of this story sounds relatable to you, please drop it down in the comments. Because I encourage healthy, holistic living. I get it. But I'm tired of people's agendas pushing being over 200 pounds as being associated with being unhealthy, being fat, being overweight, because some people were built that way. I train women over 200 pounds, and if you see them, they may not look like they're over 200 pounds, but they are. And society has compressed them into this place where they have to lose 40 to 50 pounds in order to be healthy, in order to look appealing, in order to look good. And I say this to say is that you don't have to be under 200 pounds if you were built to be bigger, of a bigger stature, to look and feel good. I have proven that based on becoming a professional bodybuilder at 200 pounds on stage, that you can configure your 200 pounds and make it look how you want it to look. You don't have to be 180. You don't have to be 170. You don't have to be 160 pounds. You may not even recognize yourself. You may not even feel well. You can work with what you have. And so what does this mean for me going forward? It means letting go of the desire to be under 200 pounds and accepting the divine design that God has always had for me. It means to start this redefining fitness for me and other women who weigh over 200 pounds, who want to keep their curves and have defined muscle all around their body, but look feminine at 200 plus. It means listening to my body and letting go of the fear of eating. I told you since the 3rd grade, I taught myself that I'm not supposed to eat. That's what I taught myself, and a 3rd grader carried that on into her adulthood. And so I'm going to fuel my body. I'm not going to overeat. I'm not going to emotional eat, but I'm not going to cut the foods that I love. I'm not going to eat like a bodybuilder 24/7. I'm going to fuel my body, and I'm going to enjoy weighing over 200 pounds with curves. And I just pray and hope that this video encourages someone else who is in similar shoes to mine, or is in my shoes, to accept your divine design. And if you need help shaping your 200 pounds, comment down below of what kind of help you may need, and I'll make a video of it. And if you want to work one-on-one coaching and personal training with me, I will place a link down in the description section so that you can click that link and we can get started to working on it together. God bless you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.